Can you confirm with News Nation that you're running for president?
Boy, that would be a nice confirmation. There'd be a lot of people that would be very upset about that. But I think you're going to be very happy. I think people are going to be very happy at what I do. I was going to do something last night, actually, that would have made the place really happy. And so we're doing it a few days later. And I think people are going to be very happy, very impressed.
To your predecessor, who is about to launch another campaign. So how do you reassure them, if that is the reason for their questioning, that the former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States?
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
There's breaking news out of Palm Beach, Florida. Former President Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home there is being raided by the FBI.
For the first time ever, a former president of the United States has been indicted.
Former President Donald Trump indicted for a second time.
A federal grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump. It marks the third time the former president has been indicted.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the fourth time in 5 months.
Breaking news, this is an image that will be in the history books. This is the mugshot of the 45th President of the United States.
The optics of this is working to his advantage. Look.
Breaking news from Colorado, where the state Supreme Court has just disqualified former President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump found guilty on all 34 felony counts.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Take a look at what happened.
The next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I proudly accept your nomination for president of the United States.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother!
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Investigation underway after the second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
As I was saying,
as you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
Get in there.
Let's go! I want to be a whale psychiatrist.
I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life.
I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Here are our first projections. There, NBC News projects that Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky, Indiana. In West Virginia, Donald Trump is the winner. Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, North Dakota, South Dakota. NBC News also projects a winner in the Wyoming presidential race, Mississippi, Louisiana, Ohio, Kansas, Utah, Montana, Iowa, the state of Nebraska in the presidential contest, Idaho. The first swing state is North Carolina, going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has prevailed in the presidential race in Georgia. Pennsylvania, NBC now projects he is the winner of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes.
Donald Trump is the winner in Alaska, picking up 3 more electoral votes.
Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. He is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
Hey, look what happened. Is this crazy?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the very first episode of CobraCast 199 of 2025. Happy New Year, everyone. We made it, but it's been a pretty bad start to the new year, to say the least. And obviously, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of all of the stuff going on, and we're going to cover all of it. But what a wild, wild start. And it's Joe Biden's America. What would you expect from Joe Biden's America? And of course, within the last hour, we've gotten statements from Joe Biden, and it's pretty much as ridiculous as you would expect it to be. So we're going to get into all of that for sure. Absolutely insane day, to say the least. I was thinking about going live a little bit earlier, but the news just kept happening. And I'm like, let me just wait until later. Let's let all as much information get released as possible, because my goodness, man. So I'm sure most of you are aware of what happened in New Orleans with a terrorist attack, even though the FBI, the DEI, hire for the FBI didn't want to call it a terrorist attack, at least at first. But, this guy drove a truck that he rented through a crowd of people. And the last number that I saw reported was 15 people are dead and over 35 are injured. There's a few videos floating around, like security videos of the truck just driving through people and running them over. It's absolutely horrible to see. And so while all that is going on, then we get this other report, and then video starts to drop of a Cybertruck exploding in front of Trump Tower in Las Vegas, a place I have been a few times. And it's just wild, to say the least. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into the reaction. Michael dropped 10 gifted memberships to start out the party. Thank you for the 10 gifties. Appreciate that. And Willie freaking Will starting us out with a proper 199 to start the new year. Willie Will, one of the biggest supporters of CobraCast and the Snake Pit. Willie Will says, Happy New Year, Snake Pit. God bless you all. Thank you, Willie Will. Unbelievable support from Willie Will. And of course, I know you didn't have a great 2024, Willie Will, but I think we at least tried to, kind of keep your mind off things and give you a few laughs along the way, brother. So, we still got your back as always. So thank you so much, Willie Will. I'll get to the proper 199 here in just a minute with the clips. Mike Hill says, haven't seen much coverage of the Cybertruck explosion. There's been some coverage. I don't know. I haven't seen, I'm talking about what I'm seeing on Twitter and things like that. Three Dog Deb with becomes a new member. Thank you so much. Eric K says, which Disney princess makes the best judge? Snow White. She is the fairest of them all. What's up, Eric K? Happy New Year to you, brother. Jose M says 2025. Hold the line. MAGA. Trump 2024. 45-47. Thank you, Jose M. Troy says, just wanted to say, I don't know why I have watched you and the gang for 6 years. Anyway, kick 6. Play Fortnite after this. Thank you, Troy. Don't remind me of the kick 6. That still is the most painful sports memory in history for me. It was terrible. It really was. Below average Jeremy says crazy day. DC Drano said the truck, a guy act blue $20. Yeah, DC Drano's got a bunch of good tweets. We're going to go over all of that. Oracle of Doom says Happy New Year. May peace and understanding become something that we all share. Hail the 199. God bless everyone. Thank you, Oracle of Doom. And with that, we just need to go ahead and get into some of the things that has happened today, and it's just been awful, to say the least. So this is the guy right here, through all reports anyway. This is the guy that drove a truck through a crowd of people. This was a video on YouTube. I'm not going to play the video because YouTube is striking things right now. Or at least they're taking things down because they don't want any evidence to be up, apparently. A man matching the name and description of the terrorist suspect accused of plowing through a crowd in New Orleans shared a video introducing himself 4 years ago on YouTube. Not even going to try to say his name. In the video uploaded to YouTube, he introduced himself as a property manager, team lead for the Midas Group, and property manager for Blue Meadow Properties. The YouTube video says, local news report says an ISIS flag was found in the truck. Now, this is from all reports anyway. And listen, son of a bitch, something new. We got more breaking news right now. I got to shift gears for a minute because we have breaking news right now. Possible hostage situation underway right now in Las Vegas. This was 2 minutes ago. Let's see here. Go this. We have no commentary to go along with that, but let me see if there's more information right now. Holy crap, man. This is absolutely insane. So we have a possible hostage situation right now developing. Again, feel free to tag me on Twitter at D-Day Cobra if you see anything that you'd like me to pull up and see if there's anything there. I'm looking at all of my other news sources right now to see if anybody's posting anything. Let's see, nothing new right now. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to go back to that as I find more information. But right now, that's the only report I see at the moment. Looking at my timeline. So let's go back over to this right now. So this is the first incident that happened in New Orleans, where now there's been a state of emergency for the entire state of Louisiana, all based or all off of this information or what happened last night. 15 people reportedly dead. And another 35 plus injured. There's video of the incident, and it is downright scary. It's downright scary to say the least. Let's see right here. So let's go to this clip. Here we go. And then they apparently went to his house, the FBI and SWAT team. A man apparently taken into custody in Houston, Texas, in connection with the terrorist attack in New Orleans. Local reports say a SWAT unit brought several people, including children, out of the home. The FBI believes that 42-year-old Jabbar did not act alone. Officials say Jabbar made a series of recordings before the attack, which are being reviewed by investigators. Here we go. So this is just, I guess, security footage right here of the home. And very scary stuff right now going on. And I do not for 1 second believe that these things are isolated at all. I believe that what happened in Vegas at Trump Tower and what happened in New Orleans is I mean, I'm just giving my opinion. I have no information other than common fucking sense to say that I think these things are connected. There's no doubt about it. Here's a tweet from Clay Travis. So it appears a native Texan was being radicalized by Islamic extremism, converted, and decided to murder innocent Americans, all while Joe Biden and his Department of Justice and FBI told us that white supremacy was the biggest threat our nation faced. That puts it in perspective right there. Joe Biden, the Democrats, and some Republicans have spent the last 4 years telling us that white supremacy is the most dangerous thing facing America today. That's exactly accurate, what Clay Travis says right there. Fuck Joe Biden. So now we did get statements from Joe Biden. I believe Joe Biden only spoke on what happened in Louisiana. I can't say for sure, but I think so. Now, let's see. Here we go. Okay, I see people retweeting the post about Vegas. So we're going to continue to keep our eye on that, and we're going to talk more about what happened in Louisiana at this point in time. So here you have who you would think is supposed to be the president of the United States, Joe Biden. We don't have an actual president. Joe Biden could barely read his 4-minute speech on the terror attack in New Orleans. January 20th can't get here soon enough. The entire country is in huge danger. Here's Joe Biden.
I speak for all Americans when I say our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours.
It seems like my internet is lagging when I play his video. That's what it seems like. It seems like my fucking internet is lagging. That's how poorly this man is speaking right now.
To all the families of those who are killed, to all those who are injured, to all the people of New Orleans who are grieving today, I want you to know I grieve with you. Our nation grieves with you. We're going to stand with you.
Do you want to talk about how radical Islamic terrorism is a bad thing? Like you call out white supremacy and you called out half the fucking country when you called out MAGA. I bet you're not going to talk about how Islamic terrorism is a bad thing.
You as you mourn and as you heal in the weeks to come. I want to thank our brave first responders and law enforcement personnel who stopped the attacker in his tracks before he could kill or injure even more people. I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security.
What did he say? I want to thank you to everyone. What?
Or injured even more people. I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, including the FBI, working nonstop to investigate this heinous act.
Oh, really? Oh, really? The FBI's been working nonstop. Oh, is that right? Okay. If the FBI been working nonstop, then they would have seen, because it's reported that this guy had like radical videos that he posted online. So where the fuck was the FBI?
The FBI is leading the investigation to determine what happened, why it happened, whether there was any continuing threat to public safety. Here's what we know so far. To me, the killer was an American citizen, born in Texas. He served in the United States Army on active duty for many years. He also served in the Army Reserve until a few years ago. The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS.
Bro, so this guy, hold on. Here, hang on. So let's. I want to focus in on this right here. Okay.
Social media, indicating that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media, indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill.
If I go on social media right now and post the N-word, they will ban me immediately. Okay? If I go on there and say the wrong type of gamer word, I get banned immediately. This guy posted videos hours before the attack. And it's like, no big deal. Get the fuck out of here.
The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby. The situation is very fluid, and the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, excuse me. There you go.
What?
The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any.
What?
And the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, excuse me. There you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active, and no one should jump to conclusions. I've directed my Attorney General.
No one should jump to conclusions. The man that you were vice president for, Barack Hussein Obama, literally jumped to conclusions to create racial tensions in this country. Every time there was a police shooting involving a black person, Barack Obama would address the nation and demonize the police officers before the facts even came out. But you want to say we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Go fuck yourself, Joe Biden.
The FBI director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counterterrorism Center, and the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have a full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it. Additionally, we're tracking the explosion of a cyber truck outside the.
Somebody said that's Jim Carrey in an old man mask. I've heard this theory before. I appreciate that you typed it so many times that I would have to see the comment. I respect it. Don't spam the chat, but I respect that you put it like this. This dude, listen, we're all playing checkers. This dude's playing chess. He's like, all right, I'm not going to say it over and over and over and over again in individual comments. I'm going to type it all in one comment, and you can't spam me. I respect that. I respect that a lot. Let's go.
Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report on that score at this time.
What?
I directed my
There's nothing to what? What did he say?
Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report on that score at this time.
What? There's nothing to report on that score? Are you talking about college football right now, Joe Biden? What are you talking about?
I directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure there is no remaining threat to the American people. We'll support the people of New Orleans as they begin the hard work of healing. New Orleans is a place unlike any other place in the world. It's a city full of charm and joy. So many people around the world love New Orleans because of its history, its culture, and above all, its people. So I know, while this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth. We've seen that time and time again throughout its history. And I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops, and we'll keep you fully contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
What? And then he just walks away, takes no questions. Dude, he was struggling there in the end. Like, I'm not sure what he said there in the end.
And I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops, and we'll keep you fully contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
Okay, that was President Biden. We are waiting to see. He did not take any questions.
But the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, the good news is I have obtained exclusive video of the Biden Department of Justice and the FBI investigating the scene in New Orleans, and you're all going to feel much better. Here we go right here.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that?
If you know, you know. This is old school. This is old school YouTube stuff right here. But yes, that is the FBI investigating the ISIS flag right there.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that?
Oh man, we're fucked. We are so fucked right now. I mean, listen, the good news is and I want to try to bring this back, because obviously what has happened is terrible. It's awful. And I don't feel good about it. It's very demoralizing. That's the whole point of what they're trying to do. Just here's the perspective I am taking, and I'm not telling you have to take this perspective, but I'm just telling you the perspective I'm taking. Kamala Harris could be taking office January 20th in a different situation. But luckily for us, Donald Trump is taking office January 20th. That's the perspective I'm looking at it, because holy crap, dude. If Kamala was getting ready to take office January 20th, I would be absolutely fucking terrified. So the silver lining to all this is at least Trump is getting back in office. And so that's the way I'm kind of approaching this right now. You know, it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck what's going on, but that's the reality of the situation. Now, as far as what happened in Vegas, we're going to get into that here in just a minute as well, because there's a lot to talk about. But right here, and while there is perspective there with Trump taking office, okay, there's also this, and I agree with Drew Hernandez right here. All hell is about to break loose when Trump is inaugurated. It's already begun to an extent. America's global enemies will throw everything they have at this upcoming administration to thwart it from succeeding at all and blame Trump for the catastrophes. Don't be afraid. Be ready. 100%. That right there is so true. They are going to throw every fucking thing at Trump. All right? Everything. Now, let me see if I can see if there's any updates on this Vegas situation right now. Right now, Nick Sorto has not tweeted since that right there. So that's the latest update from him. So I don't see, I'm trying to see if there's any more updates right now. Raw Alerts got this. There is significant police presence with a reported hostage situation. Currently in Vegas, there is significant police presence due to a reported hostage situation. This follows a tragic explosion involving a Tesla truck near the Trump International Hotel, which resulted in one person's death and 7 others being injured. Whew. So right there, that's going on at the moment. We've got a Nico for 50. Says even other countries such as Israel have been warning about radical Islam. Fuck Joe Biden. He's trying to cause chaos on his way out the door. Yesterday, my credit union closed my account because the government sending our money to Ukraine. Also, hail the 199. Well, thank you, Nico. I appreciate it, brother. Listen, right now, I don't believe in coincidences for the next 3 weeks. I just don't. I haven't believed in a coincidence since the election. Now, if you go back, and I will admit that I was even blindsided a little bit, because if you remember, what did I say? I said that when Trump wins the election, this is before the election, I said when Trump wins, they're going to burn this fucking country to the ground. Now, I didn't know what that meant in terms of, like, I just knew that they were going to cause a lot of chaos and a lot of problems, all of that. I don't believe in coincidences right now. I don't. Again, Nico, sorry about your bank account too, or your credit union, man. But thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you and yours. And thank you again for the support. And yeah, the warning signs are everywhere. Oracle of Doom with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Oracle of Doom. Munchie Ninja, day 1 of 2025. Can we go back to 2024? It's just going to get worse before it gets better. That's really all I can say. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Vic Whiplash, keep strapped, Snake Pit, hold the line. What's up, Vic Whiplash? Massive supporter, longtime supporter of CobraCast. How you doing, Vic Whiplash? Good to see you, brother. Andrew CR says, how many Indians are you getting for Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy? I mean, according to like my Twitter mentions, like everybody thinks that like I'm like just going to be hiring a bunch of Indians apparently now, because I don't know, man. You can't right now. It does feel like I'm catching it from every side right now, which is totally fine. That's the internet, and it is what it is. But these are things like, again, as a very pro-Trump supporter for the past several years, fairly prominent in my own little circle as a Trump supporter, I've never seen like the reactions that I'm getting now just in the past 2 weeks from people. It's like, did you just find out I'm a Trump supporter or something? Like, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. Yes, I'm a very, very, very proud and vocal Trump supporter. But some of the things that are being said is like so like out of left field. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it's very weird, man. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. So it's like, okay. I mean, if that's what you want to believe, that's what you want to believe. But it does seem like there's a lot going on right now, and we'll see. But let's get back to this. All right. So I want to find out about this Vegas situation because I want to talk about the Cybertruck stuff that happened today. Because that was absolutely terrifying. And I am going to show, I think I can show the explosion here on video. Can I? Have you guys seen any other channels on YouTube showing the explosion of the Cybertruck? I initially had that as my thumbnail, but I took it out because I don't know if they're age restrict me or whatever. Benny showed it. Okay. Benny showed it. Okay, cool. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about that as we're trying to find more information out about what exactly is going on in Las Vegas right now. But this is the video. So initially we had a couple of videos. We had a couple of videos on the Cybertruck situation. First, we had this one. This was the this is inside Trump International. I've stayed at this hotel. I've been in this hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. I've been there multiple times, actually. So seeing this is actually kind of crazy to me. So this is a Cybertruck parked under the canopy in the front at the front doors at Trump International in Las Vegas, on fire. This was the first video that we had gotten. Then this one gets released, and this one was wild. So this is the video of the Cybertruck parked out front. Now, I only see one person standing right here with some luggage. Now, I want everybody to understand, from all reports, this Cybertruck, the driver was in the Cybertruck. In the Cybertruck. Pulled up, never got out, sat there, and then this happens. Holy shit. Just a massive explosion and fireworks going off. That is insane, okay? That is insane. Then, now this happens, you know, after what happened in I'm trying to think, Louisiana. There's so much shit going on right now. So now we have officials in Las Vegas said this right here. If you can hear it.
Yes, actually, I have to thank Elon Musk specifically. He gave us quite a bit of additional information in regards to how the vehicle was locked after it exploded due to the force of the nature of the force from the explosion, as well as being able to capture all of the video from the Tesla charging stations across the country, and he sent that directly to us. So I appreciate his help on that. I'll take one more question.
So if you couldn't hear it because the audio was very low, it basically said that Elon Musk directly helped them in their investigation, to giving them information that the vehicle had locked after the explosion due to the nature of the force. And so, you know, and it helped them in their investigation and everything like that. So what's crazy is that what's this to me, and all I could do is speculate based on the information that I have. This clearly is symbolic. This is clearly symbolic of someone that was wanting to send a message, blowing up a Cybertruck in front of Trump International in Vegas. No one else was killed at this point in time, except for the person, I guess, that maybe they're going to go get their 150 virgins or whatever it is that they get when they do their suicide missions. I can't keep up anymore. I don't know how many virgins they get, but that apparently that's the only one that died, thankfully. But that's, you know, is it 72? Oh, 72. Okay. Sorry. I gave them way too many. 72 virgins. Okay, my bad. I gave them way too many. So sorry about that. Oh, by the way, I want to be clear. If that offended anyone, I just want to say I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I just want to clear that up really quick. If anyone was offended, I don't give a fuck. But with the there's a lot more to this right here. So here's Fox News talking about it.
But I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet, because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see.
That's actually a good point. I haven't heard this clip yet. I hope it comes through okay. I was only hearing it in one ear. The audio is not great on some of these videos, but So yeah, I mean, the fact that it didn't even break the glass at Trump International is kind of crazy. I'm not a fan of electric vehicles. I'm not a Tesla person. If you are, that's great. I'm not an electric vehicle fan. Self-driving, all that. That's not for me. But maybe it's for other people, and that's totally cool. But the point being is that seems to be a very well-built truck to withhold that explosion. So I guess that's one, positive you can take away from it, if anything. But if you go back to the explosion, yeah, man, like right here's the explosion again. Dude, it's so weird to me. I've literally stayed at this hotel. I've stayed at this fucking hotel. It's wild. And there's a mall right across the street from that hotel. There's a mall. I've been there too. It's freaking crazy, man. What is going on with our country right now? We're under attack. That's what's going on. 100% under attack. Now, right here's more connections. The Cybertruck that exploded in front of Trump International in Las Vegas was rented from Turo. Law enforcement sources tell the Post. The F-150 used in the New Orleans attack was also rented from Turo. Wild. From what I've heard, I believe the F-150 was an electric vehicle as well. Is that correct, chat? Have you guys heard that? I heard that the F-150 was also an EV. So if that's the case, and here's another thing. This is another thing I don't like about EVs. All right. Okay. So I put Flowmasters on my vehicles because I like a loud, angry sounding vehicle. I fucking hate that EVs just sound like a go-kart driving by that just ran out of gas and it's just on coast mode. And to that point, like, that's why this guy on this F-150 was able to just plow through so many people, because no one heard the fucking vehicle coming. No one heard the fucking vehicle coming because it's a stupid EV. So, same with the Cybertruck. You can't even hear these damn things. So is Flowmaster a rapper? Jesus. What the fuck happened to this world? Emo Otaku, did you just ask me if Flowmaster is a rapper? God. Oh, I hate everything about that question. What happened to this world? Anyway, all right, back to you made me lose focus. But yeah, so the fact that you couldn't hear these vehicles. Also, I've rented from Turo. Actually, like Turo's a really good app. If you're a person that rents vehicles, I 100%. I strongly urge you to not rent from garbage places like Enterprise Rental Car and all these corporations. Go to Turo, because you're going to find stuff much cheaper and it's much easier. Now, I will say, like, for Turo, I have to put like all of my information. I have to send my ID. I have to send like a picture of my ID. I have to give them, like, you're driving their vehicle. You're basically renting a vehicle from an individual. You know what I mean? So, whoever rented these vehicles, they had to submit some level of information and get that pre-approval process. So whoever got approved for these vehicles, that doesn't mean the person that was driving it is the person that sent the information, but someone had to send information. So that means that information is on that website, and they have that information. So let me see. So Magnum Norris says the darkest comes before the dawn. Don't rule out Biden dropping a deuce right as he leaves. Seriously, man, we don't have a president. Like, Biden doesn't even know where he's at. Biden has no clue what's going on right now. It's absolutely terrifying that we're in that position. I want to see if we have an update on the Las Vegas, the Vegas hostage situation right now. All I'm seeing is people just saying there's a Vegas hostage situation. I'm not seeing any updates. Again, feel free to tag me if you see anything sorry, I'm looking at shit you guys are tagging me in, and it's making me laugh. I'm not trying to be insensitive to the situation right now, but Some of these memes you guys are posting is absolutely crazy. All right, let's hear what Corey Mills has to say right here.
Sense. And we know there's a terrorist connection here. And, you know, if you would have asked me this morning, I would say it's fairly obvious. There were IEDs in the area. The ISIS flag was very visible. It was right there on the back of his truck. And look, I understand you want to be
I see my mods in the chat saying there's no updates yet. Thanks, guys, for keeping me informed. And if there is anything, you guys can send it to the DM group, and I'll get it from there.
cautious with information. I get that. I was press secretary during COVID-19. You have to be cautious. But why wasn't the FBI cautious in saying this? I want to play this from this morning. They were very clear that they could rule.
Shout out to Kayleigh McEnany, who turned her back on Trump to support DeSantis. Just want to point that out.
One thing out at 6 a.m. local time.
This is not a terrorist event.
DEI hire telling us it's not a terrorist event. DEI hire with a fucking nose ring. Okay? DEI hire with a fucking nose ring while you are representing the FBI and you are talking to the American people about a tragedy that just happened. You're wearing a fucking nose ring.
What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found. And we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not.
Why say that categorically when you had to correct yourself about an hour or so later?
The question is not why. Why the fuck was she hired in the first fucking place? That's the question. Should have never been fucking hired in the first fucking place if that's her attitude. Oh, we don't want to offend the terrorists, so we need to make sure that we do all of our due diligence before we label.
Well, again, I can't wait to get confirmed Pete Hegseth, the SecDef, Kash Patel there in the FBI, and Tulsi Gabbard at ODNI. That's going to clean up a lot of this mess, because I can tell you this is absolutely a terrorist attack and probably one of many. I wouldn't be surprised either if the symbolism of the Tesla truck blowing up in front of the Trump Tower wasn't somehow tied in on this as a way to try and intimidate and or threat President Trump. So what I would say is this: we need to determine whether or not this individual, Ben Jabbar, did in fact go into Mexico 2 days ago. What that could tell us is that there's potentially a joint operational center of sorts with ISIS or with other terrorist factions in Mexico who are commanding and giving activation orders. And so we need to start thinking about where the ties are. We need to start looking at how they were activated in extremism as become a prevalent manner, and then also what the motive was behind this. But I can tell you, this was absolutely a terrorist attack, and to rule that out by the FBI is foolish.
Absolutely. And yet I've seen so many people calling out that DEI hire, and I'm glad that she's gotten called out a lot. Absolutely insane to give sympathy to the terrorist. But it puts it in perspective. That's what happens. DEI didn't earn it. It's not just about movies and video games. Those are the vehicles that they use to break through the infrastructure of using pop culture to normalize this bullshit. Make no mistake, movies and video games and all of that, it's not the most important end game for them. It's the introduction. This is how you poison the general public's mind, by sprinkling that DEI bullshit into it, and that's how that's the beginning of it. But the end game is to put DEI hires into powerful positions where people's lives are on the line. That's why we've always said pop culture is so important, and for stupid ass conservatives and Republicans to stop dismissing the importance of pop culture, because it's incredibly, incredibly important. And the Democrats and the left have completely hijacked it for that very reason, to condition and normalize this type of bullshit, because they have their eyes on the prize, a much bigger prize than just entertainment, all day long. Love Dogs for 20. Elon Musk has said it was not the battery in the Vegas incident. Batteries are a slow burn, not an explosion when they fail. This was an intentional attack with bombs and fireworks. Yes, Elon actually did specifically comment about a lot of this, which was good that he was willing to address that. It'd be nice if he's willing to address the censorship questions on his platform in the same manner, but that's neither here nor there right now. But I wish he would take the same approach All we're looking for is answers on that, by the way. I'm still on Elon Musk's side. I'm still a supporter of Elon Musk, but I think he should be giving us some clarification as to what's going on with some of the reported censorship on the platform. And, but anyway, I'm trying to find right here. So Elon actually tweets this. So appears likely to be an act of terrorism. Both this Cybertruck and the F-150 suicide bomb in New Orleans were rented from Turo. Perhaps they are linked in the same way.
Let's talk about Las Vegas, because this has been a sort of interesting development. The images of the Cybertruck parked outside the Las Vegas Trump property went viral. I think people thought it was an accident and then no one was hurt. And so there was a sort of bizarre symbolism and that it was a Cybertruck, it was not Trump. As it's developed, it seems that this is being taken far more seriously. What have we learned about what authorities know and how they're investigating this?
Right. Adrian Curry says, I never heard of Turo before. Oh yeah. I've used Turo for years. I've had really good experiences with it. If you live in a more heavily populated area, so like for instance, I'm in Pensacola, Florida, but like Pensacola's got a pretty good selection, but like if I'm in Orlando, there's a lot more selection in Orlando because it's a more heavily populated area. But yeah, I've had great experiences with it, and I would never rent from like Enterprise or any of these other places. I would rent from individuals over companies.
Hey, Chris, so according to the reporting of myself, my colleagues Andrew Blankstein and Kelly O'Donnell, right now, 3 senior U.S. law enforcement officials say that this explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck, kind of in the portico there where you saw that smoke rising from in front of Trump's...
Broken Prophet says, dox yourself, Fig. Broken Prophet, your mom knows exactly where I live, okay? She was here last night, all right? And I would tell you to go fuck yourself, all right? But since you're my son, I'll tell you to get in bed. My language is much too nasty for you to be watching right now. Get in bed, son.
Property in Las Vegas is being investigated, at least initially, as a potential act of terrorism, and that it was, quote, intentional. And there was a...
Let's talk about Las Vegas, because this has been a sort of interesting development,
So that's, and again, what's this guy's name on the left? I was going to say, what's the soy boy's name with glasses? But what's the guy on the left? This guy hates Trump so much. His name's like Chris something. What's this guy's name? Chris, somebody can tell me here in a minute. Chris Hayes? Is it Hayes? Chris Haynes? Hayes? He hates Trump so bad that it's next level TDS. And I know that he can't stand to report on Trump in an honest way because he just wants to talk about how Orange Man is evil and bad. So let's see. Yeah, this is true. This is true right here. Malcolm Flex, he says, this may have been the best technical demonstration of the safety amenities of the Cybertruck ever done. Fatality aside, imagine how bad this could have been if it were a Ford, GM, or a Chevy that was set on fire next to Trump Tower. That's true. That's 100% true.
But I also would like you to...
We already played that, but I mean, because this thing is in very good shape for the explosion that we saw. Good Lord. So, let me see here. Let's see. Idiot watched the Whistle and Diesel Cybertruck video. I haven't seen that one. Again, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not a fan of the fucking Cybertruck. I'm not buying a Cybertruck. I will stick with my truck. I don't want a Cybertruck. I know everybody that claims I'm an Elon fanboy. I'm never like, I look at Tesla the same way I look at Apple. I don't want shit to do with it. Okay. I'm not a fan of Tesla. I'm not a fan of Cybertrucks. I don't want anything to do with them. But hey, if people like them, people like them. That's fine with me. Not for me though. Not for me. Now again, I just want you to remember, and Breaking 911 tweeted this out right here. America was hit with 2 deadly terror attacks on New Year's Day, and the president has yet to address the nation. This was earlier. Who has the nuclear codes? This is the guy right here. This is the man that supposedly is running our country right now as America is under attack. This guy right here. This is the guy we're supposed to be looking to for leadership. Get out of here. Robo Guy 75 for 20 says, honestly, I'm worried they might allow more attacks and thus declare martial law and just toss out the election results because they hate Trump and Americans that much. Plus, it would be a desperation in its final form. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I see this, bro. You hear Flowmaster's latest single. Nothing is off the table over the next, what are we looking at? How many days away are we at? Like 19 days away or whatever, you know? So nothing is off the table for what the Democrats are willing to do to derail Donald Trump's presidency and Donald Trump's inauguration. And here's the thing, too. I don't like this. This is information that just popped out earlier. I'm glad that I thought about it because this needs to be addressed right here. I absolutely, positively hate this announcement right here. And it's an announcement from President Trump. I appreciate that he's trying to send a message. I don't like it at all. Donald Trump, President Trump will hold a victory rally on January 19th, just one day before his inauguration. No, 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 no. We don't want it. I love the Trump rallies. I don't want him doing a rally the day before he's inaugurated. I don't like this at all. I appreciate that Trump is trying to show strength. I appreciate that he's trying to have one last rally before he takes office. I don't like this at all. I don't like it. I don't know if Trump's advisors are telling him the same thing. Maybe Trump's like, I don't care. Like, this is what we got to do. I know they're probably going to have like the glass up and everything like that, but this is just this was announced. The first time I heard this announcement was after both terror attacks. So to me, it's way too, yes, somebody just said it, it's too dangerous. I agree. It's way too dangerous. I don't want him doing this. This is not, we don't need this. Okay. We don't need this. It's cool, but it's not needed right now. We need you to take the oath and get back in office and start slamming executive orders and getting this country in order. And today is a classic example of why that needs to be done. Bradman says, you're a Trump supporter? What? I know, right? Thank you, Bradman. Let's see here. Oracle of Doom says, Happy New Year. May peace and understanding become something we all share. Hail the 199. God bless everyone. Thank you. Grant says, please say hi to my dad, Rick 199. What's up, Rick? Thank you, Grant. I appreciate it. And hail the 199. Ministry of Wrong Think says there's now a video from Houston of SWAT teams raiding a person's home in connections with the New Orleans event. It's official. He did not act alone. This is true. He did not act alone based on the reports that we have seen so far. Again, if there's new updates on the Vegas hostage situation, please let me know. Let's see. That's scary right here. Right here. Charlie Kirk says, wild. New video shows the exact moment New Orleans terrorist, whatever his name is, drove around a police squad car, flips around and begins to race towards innocent civilians celebrating New Year's in the French Quarter. Wow. Wow. I've not seen that. Whoa. I have not seen that video yet. That is chilling. Holy shit. This is like a freaking horror movie, dude. Just knowing what's around that corner. Holy shit. That just made my stomach turn, man. That is the first time I've seen that video. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what to say. That is absolutely just mind-blowing. Pirate of Las Vegas says, Vegas is a fun town. Magnum Norris says, Happy New Year's and God bless the chat. Looks like the people who hate America are birds of a feather. We're not afraid and we shall prevail. MAGA. Below average Jeremy, thank you, Magnum Norris. Appreciate you, brother. Below average Jeremy says, both vehicles rented in the same company, Jeremy. Yes, Turo. William Wells, new member, thank you. Operation Outstanding Infield says, Beardo didn't read my super chat on Tuesday night's main event. Please proceed to punishing him to the fullest extent of the Geeks Gamers policy. It's the only way he will learn. What's up, Operation Outstanding Infield? Drew in the house. What's up, brother? Ministry of Rome thinks says he's thanking everybody like he's getting an Oscar. Let's see. Dead Pope for a 199. Thank you. Joe Bitts says Biden has the Preparation H face. Mike steals his 12-minute press conference from the Las Vegas Police Department on X. Talking about on the thing right now on the hostage situation. I'm trying to see if there's any more updates on that right now. Las Vegas. Oh, that was from the Cybertruck situation there. That update. Let's see here. All right. You know what? And I got a lot of people have been asking me. Okay. A lot of people have been asking me, hey, Jeremy, it's a pretty crazy year in 2024. And so we just need to know, are you going to dial back things? Because we need you to be a little more like, we need you to be more like Tim Pool, be family friendly, be respectful, not talk as much shit. And so here's my answer.
And I promise you that above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
Woo! Let's go! The nature boy! Oh, I love Ric Flair, man. Ric Flair is the greatest. He's the greatest, man. Him and Stone Cold, they're the greatest of all time. There's no doubt in my mind. It's Austin and it's Flair. They're the two greatest. So there is video. Oh my God. Can I show this? I think I can show this. Okay, let's see if we can show this. Pedestrians narrowly avoid getting plowed over during Jabbar's rampage through the French Quarter. Horrifying. So, I don't think anyone was hit here. I don't think anyone was hit. So, you see the headlights above. Okay? Holy crap, man. I'm not going to play it anymore. You can go to Charlie Kirk's Twitter account if you want. Crazy, bro. Let's see. Rick cried about people making fun of people on Kill Tony. Yeah, I mean, Flair's like, how old's Flair now? Like, Flair's gone, dude. But he's still the man. He's still the man. So I know Nate went on that show. Like, these guys go on a lot of shows and don't understand the environment at all. I don't think Ric Flair understood the Kill Tony environment at all. And that's your fault. That's your booker's fault for putting you in that situation. So Kill Tony is a savage, kind of situation where everybody gets roasted, and Flair had no idea what he was doing, and he made himself look like an idiot there. So, I don't think the camera was following. They digitally offered the footage to zoom in on the vehicle. Oh, you're responding to who was that? Doc Hollywood says, why was the camera following that particular vehicle before the attack? It almost looked like they knew it was going to happen. No. I think that video, I think that it was zooming in on a wider thing. Like it was a wider shot. And so that was zooming in particular when they saw that. Probably like some security footage or something like that. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So thank you, Doc Hollywood, for the support. Appreciate that. Magnum Norris says, shout out to Jay. I only just because I respect. We love the Canadian Bear. Hail the 199 and God bless America. Hold the line. Thank you, Magnum Norris. Appreciate you, man. And Happy New Year to you. Pippi says, isn't Flowmaster Eminem's new name since he turned into a little bee? M is one of the biggest disasters for sure. Alex McCarthy says, being a quadriplegic is more fun than being Biden. That puts it in perspective right there, doesn't it? Hail to you, Alex McCarthy. Gorgeous Mayhem says FBI is too busy tackling down Billy Joe Bocephus, the white supremacists. They don't have time for bad muzzies. Come on, Jeremy. I know. That's my bad for thinking that. Gabe says this is the CIA trying to get Trump to attack Iran. Chaz Dragoon says, hopefully we don't enter the farce awakens after we just got to Return of the MAGA King. I know, let's hope so. Coaly says, it's the new year and Jeremy comes out as a Trump supporter. Shocking. I can't believe this. I know, man. It's crazy. Magnum Norris says, looks like a lithium burn down. Nameless 007 says, salutations from it's based striving to promote new culture. Check out my upcoming Based Game Jam starting Friday. IDOTS, hail the 199. Thank you, Nameless 007. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier says, Happy New Year, 199. Trump won. We will get through this. January 21 in 20 days. 21 is 20 days away. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with the gift of membership as well. Thank you. Shorty Short says, I thought FBI didn't allow face piercings. I don't know what their policy is. It's clear that they, have no problem with it when it's a DEI hire. It's a problem across the board. So I don't know if I've ever talked about the fact that I used to work retail. This may be the first time I've ever mentioned that I worked retail, but yes, I worked retail. And when I worked retail all these years ago, I couldn't even wear like an Alabama hat or an Alabama, like something like anything to work. Okay. Because the whole point was you can't, like, I couldn't put like an Alabama pin on my tie or anything. Because the whole point is you don't want to turn off customers by having bias towards a sports team or something like that. Okay. I think that's actually a good policy for a business to have. I think a business, you're an employee of a business, and I think that you should have a specific dress code that applies to every single person, and that's the end of the discussion. I go into Target now. I got fucking pronouns on name tags. I got gay flags on name tags. I got trans flags on name tags. I got these people that don't even look like they work there half the time. They're wearing just ridiculous clothes. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But you know what I've never seen? You know what I've never seen? I've never seen someone with a MAGA thing on their name tag. I've never seen anyone that had a MAGA pin. Interestingly enough, we can have all the divisive left-wing propaganda we want, but I've never seen anyone wearing a MAGA pin. Now, there's two reasons for that. Number one, most MAGA people probably are like, I ain't going to start no trouble because I'm going to get fired. So they're just going to say, I'll just be quiet about it because I don't want to lose my job. Or number two, they wouldn't allow it even if you wanted to. Neither one of those is a good situation because you're creating an environment where people don't feel that they can express how they feel, yet you're allowing other people to express how they feel. It's bullshit. So, yeah, you go into GameStop, man. Oh my God. GameStop employees have really been on decline in the last several years. Let's just say they're not hiring their best. Woof. It is rough in GameStop. I mean, it's rough. Let's see here. Noble Spitfire says, I will never respect anyone with a nose ring. Seriously, the most unattractive thing a person can do to their face. Jay's half Asian son says, have you seen my dad? Oh, man. Philip Butler says that truck smells like burnt hot dogs now. Solo Felix says, Obama always been for that religion, made it clear that it was wrong and racist to question or criticize the religion of peace. Those are his policies. Axel Jensen says, rally on the 19th is sus. Trump is the imposter. Josie Banks says, a coincidence that the steel pylons were not up at the time. I don't think so. All my what says reminder, Muhammad married and had kids with a 9-year-old. Sola Felix says FBI is too busy targeting Trump to stop attacks on him. Axel just says, what? Jeremy's a Trump supporter? Play the wow. You're telling me this for the first time? Trump clip. Grand Potato says, did you hear that Trump's team told Milley and McKenzie to lawyer up? I don't think I heard that. Did I hear? That was last week, wasn't it? Am I right about that? I think that was last week. If that's the story that was last week. Okay, so no update on this Vegas thing? I'm not seeing any updates. This is so weird. So we're getting a reported hostage situation in Las Vegas right now, but I don't see any updates. I just keep people post this right here. That's all I'm seeing. This is wild. I'm looking to see if any tags. I see no tags. No way. Let's see. NDI just can I play this whole thing though? All right, so this is from the French Quarter right here. Officers in New Orleans French Quarter spring into action moments after the truck sped through crowds right here. So wow. That's crazy, man. That's I respect the hell out of it, man. All of them. No hesitation on any of them. All of them sprinting into action. That's what's up right there. Based ass police officers. No hesitation. Some of them didn't even know what's going on. They just knew, like, hey, something's up. We got to go. So there you go. Thanks for tagging me in that, Indy. I appreciate it. All right. That was a good clip. Let's see. All right. Nothing still. This is so weird. So right now, all right, here we go. Yeah, we got that one. I've seen that one. Vegas police thanking Elon Musk. We saw that one. Right now, what we have is we have a potential hostage situation in New Orleans. I'm sorry, in Las Vegas right now. This is the only update I can find that's from anything credible. So I'm only seeing like the same people are just posting hostage situation Vegas now. What is happening? And I am currently waiting. So if you guys see things, please tag me. Let's see here. Nandy for 50. Hail the 199. I believe that the Trump Hotel and New Orleans incident and hostage situation are build-up events to the inauguration. We will not be surprised if other such events happen till the 20th. To the families, my deepest condolence. Thank you, Nandy. And I completely agree with you that this is not going to slow down. This is not going to slow down. This is going to continue on, and it's going to be wild. So we're in for a crazy ride. And that's why I've said, like, after the 20th, I'm going to try to start making more videos. But up until then, I'm just going to be live stream heavy because that's what we're going to focus on. Shorty Short, who's been following Geeks and Gamers for as long as I can remember. Money is always a great live. Thanks. Happy New Year, Jeremy. Happy New Year, Shorty Short. Appreciate you. You've been around forever and a day. Uber driver of the apocalypse says our hearts are with Louisiana, but another $3 billion to Ukraine and Israel is in order, don't you think? Yeah, that sounds good to Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. I agree. Dirk Mather says libs of TikTok tweeted both cars were rented from car sharing company Turo. If true, interesting. Well, yeah, Turo's a very, like, I know a lot of people haven't heard. The first time I heard about Turo was, I feel like it was a tweet like years ago from Jack Posobiec, where he was talking about, hey, don't rent from these idiot companies. You can rent from individuals on this app. And that's when I heard about it. So I used it I used it for the first time and it went really good. I don't rent from anyone. And here's a little tip. If you I do not rent from new accounts. Never do it. I always rent from an account that has a ton of user reviews and high user reviews, I don't rent from new accounts at all, because I was always thinking about, like, what if it's a stolen vehicle or something like that? So I always rent from accounts that have a fuck ton of reviews, user reviews. There's a lot of new accounts that pop up with, like, I've seen Cybertrucks pop up with new accounts. I've seen Corvettes. I've seen really nice cars pop up, and they always are on, like, new accounts, and I stay as far away from that shit as possible. By the way, I need to talk about this really quickly because it's something I speculated on. So let me see if I can find it really quickly. So there was reports, what was it, a few weeks ago, that Tim Pool was going to sell to the Daily Wire. Well, that's not the case. Tim Pool addressed it today specifically. Oh, yeah. And let's see. He says, Daily Wire did not buy Timcast. We are not selling Timcast. I personally own 100% with no outside investment and have no intention of selling. We are currently hiring some new managers and are excited for the new year. Shout out to Daily Wire. They are good people. I'm a huge fan and I wish them the best. So that's the statement from Tim. And it's a fair statement. Now, I saw someone responded and they were like, right here, cool. You could have said that weeks ago when people were asking. Instead, you wait and then post this snark. I don't disagree with that either, but here's my take on it. It's fine. Like, somebody reported fake news on Tim, and Tim kind of ran with it and had fun with it. On the flip side, Tim can't get mad if people ran with that story, considering that he would not address it, because he clearly wanted people to speculate on it and run with it. And they did. I did. And all he had to do is, if he didn't want that information out there, he could have immediately stomped it out right then and there. He didn't. He memed on it and he ran with it. I have no problem with that. So, but at the end of the day, that's the clarity right there. He did not sell to the Daily Wire, and he has no intentions of selling to the Daily Wire. So I just wanted to put that out there. And, as a clarification, because I thought he was going to, when he wouldn't address it until the first. But if you do, like, I don't follow Tim on Twitter, but if you, his Twitter account, he is very much a troll on Twitter. He does that a lot, which I have no problem with either. Anyway, so he did not sell to the Daily Wire. Doesn't like he's going to sell to the Daily Wire. I don't think that they had a deal lined up and it fell through, or he backed off because the story broke. I think I remember when I reported on the story, I essentially said, like, who is this account? It was some, like, right-wing news account that I'd never heard of. And I'm like, how do you have information on this, but no one else does? It was really weird. But either way, that's the details right there. He probably leaked it himself. I mean, maybe. I guess, we'll never know. But anyway, that's the update on that. I wanted to make sure we give clarity. So we are still waiting for information on this apparently reported hostage situation. People, this just hit my news feed. Gavin Wax retweeted this. When I was 18, people called me Donald Trump. When he was 18, Barack Obama was Barry Soweto. Or is it Soweto? Is that how you say it? Weird. Trump has the best fucking. There's always a tweet. There's always a tweet from Trump, dude. All right. Lady Pitbull for 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Lady Pitbull. 10 gifties. Let's freaking go. A gifties flowing here. I appreciate that. There's always a Trump tweet. Always. All right, we're going to continue to look. And so I was scrolling my feed and I saw Gavin Wax had retweeted that. And just seeing if there's any updates. All right. Update. Let's see. I got that. That was 5 hours ago. That was on the Elon Musk situation. Nothing. There's just no new information. This is so weird. So I guess we're just going to look what Stephen Miller just tweeted. Stephen Miller just said Islamic terrorism is an import. It is not homegrown. It did not exist here before migration brought it here. Stephen Miller, senior advisor to President Trump, main policy guy with President Trump. This guy has, you want to talk about somebody that's got Donald Trump's ear? This guy has Donald Trump's ear. This guy is a key figure in the Trump administration and in the policy department. This guy has Trump's ear. 100%. So he's putting that out there for a reason, to let the hardcore MAGA people know that I'm aware of this, and I'm going to be talking to the president about this. So there you go. Nothing, no updates whatsoever. This is so strange. Nada at all. So if you're just tuning in, we have these reports of a hostage situation in Vegas right now, but I have no new information in the past, 20, 30 minutes since this broke. I'm seeing absolutely no new information that's being released, which is very strange right now, because as crazy as a day as it's been, you would think that there would be people all over this. Now, also, the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans was canceled, or at least postponed today. So the Sugar Bowl was supposed to be played in the New Orleans Superdome, which is near Bourbon Street, where everything happened. And of course, that got postponed until tomorrow. Louisiana's in a state of emergency. And now you've got problems in Vegas as well. And I think that this is just the beginning. I don't think this is a daily, I don't think this is just like a one-off occurrence on one day. I think that this is strategic. This meant to happen on the first of the year, the first year, or the first day of a new year, to set a tone. And I'm really not happy that Donald Trump is hosting a rally on January 19th. I don't like that idea at all. That is a horrible idea. I hope and pray that his team will have a conversation with him and let him know that this is a terrible idea, Mr. President. This is not what we need right now, under any circumstance whatsoever. Let's see. So I'm looking to see, do you guys think this is an upgrade? Because I kind of think this is an upgrade. You tell me. Would you do you want Team Biden or Team Trump? It's just a question, okay? You want Team Biden or would you like Team Trump? Which first lady do you prefer? You want that or you want that? I think I'll take that right there. Let's see. Dr. Jill Biden. That's right. Dr. Jill Biden. Don't you love how they always introduce her as Dr. Jill Biden, which is the biggest load of bullshit ever. Okay, nothing so far. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No updates. I haven't seen this video yet, so let's watch this. This is a press conference from earlier about the Cybertruck explosion at Trump Tower. Let's hear what they have to say. Barely hear it.
Police Department and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. We had a response time of approximately 4 minutes. Engine 12 arrived first on scene for the fire department to find a fully involved Tesla Cybertruck in the valet. They quickly began pulling attack lines to extinguish the vehicle fire, and also realized at the same time that there were multiple persons with injuries located around the vehicle. In total, as the sheriff said, there were 7 minor injuries, 2 of which were transported to UMC, again for minor injuries, and there is 1 fatality.
So, so these obviously were the things. 7 people injured is, I guess there might have been people in the lobby area, like that maybe got some fumes or something. 7 people injured is kind of crazy. But I'm hoping everybody turns out to be okay from that. Because again, to me, it's just weird. I've been there multiple times, and seeing that is absolutely terrifying. So this person that's going to get their 72 virgins, I guess that was their motivation, because what else? So they went there and they blew up the Cybertruck for a symbolic reason to, I guess they wanted the imagery of, hey, This is a Cybertruck. We're blowing it up in front of Trump Tower. There's no way that this is isolated. There's no way. There's 100% more to this story that we hopefully will find out, or maybe not. I mean, maybe, listen, and I want to be fair about this, okay? Because we're here to be fair, okay? You guys are always criticizing the FBI, okay? You guys are always saying the FBI this. The FBI has had a really tough few years, okay? Do you guys remember what happened in Talladega, Alabama to Bubba Wallace? The FBI had to send like 120 agents to Talladega to investigate a garage door pull that Bubba Wallace was scared that it might be a noose. Okay? The FBI's had a tough few years. So let's just back off the FBI hate, okay? When you have to go and investigate nooses in Talladega, Alabama for Bubba Wallace, it's clearly that their focus is in the right place, guys, okay? God, what a disaster. As someone that used to watch NASCAR, that has got to be the most embarrassing moment in a long, long time in sports. The fact that they've sent, they seriously sent, I think they sent like 7 or 8 agents down there. Someone can fact check me on that. But I think they sent a lot of agents to go down there to investigate a garage door pull that Bubba Wallace thought was a noose. Good Lord, what is fucking happening right now? Kidding me? Megatron for 10 says, hail the 199, counting down till Inauguration Day so we can start repairing the damage that these maniacs caused. I'm looking forward to seeing you at MegaCon. Yes, MegaCon Orlando is happening. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. So that's in February. We're going to do our fan meetup that Saturday night. It's free to go to the fan meetup. So all those details, we're going to get all of that worked out. But I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there. We're hopefully going to have some merch rolled out as well. So stay tuned for sure. Marlena for 10 says, on a lighter note, Interstellar is available on Netflix as of today. Watching it for the first time tonight. My favorite movie of all time. The only thing I can say is prepare to have your mind twisted up a lot. And some of the things that happen are not going to make sense to you the first time. They're just not. But yeah, it's my favorite movie of all time. So yeah, there you go. Enjoy it. It is a very, very the thing I've loved is 10 years later, time has been so kind to Interstellar. So many people have come around to realizing what a beautiful masterpiece that movie is. It broke records for its IMAX re-release recently. And yeah, I love it. My favorite movie of all time. And at its core, it's about a father and a daughter. That's what the story is about. All the other stuff is awesome as well. Hans Zimmer's score is on point. But at its core, it's a movie about a father and a daughter. And if you're a parent, it hits you differently. It just does. That's not to say that you can't appreciate it if you're not. I'm just telling you, if you're a parent, especially if you're a parent to a daughter like I am, that movie hits you on a whole different level. Brian Stewart says, imagine RFK and McMahon versus Lizzo and Big Mike tag team. Let's see. That performer 387 says there was a massive fireworks explosion here in Hawaii. 3 were unalived, over 20 injured. I don't think it's accidental. Was this today? Was that today? I haven't even heard about that if that's today. Let me see here. What about Armageddon? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Armageddon's like one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Armageddon for obvious reasons. Anytime that there's a father-daughter dynamic, it's going to hit me on a different level. But I love Armageddon. I think Armageddon's Michael Bay on steroids, but it's great. I love that fucking movie. It's a guilty pleasure of sorts. I mean, Interstellar led to like 3 different scientific discoveries. Like that's the type of movie Interstellar is. Armageddon's just a summer blockbuster, but I love it. I love Armageddon. Let's see. So is that Hawaii thing? Is that today? That's wild. Axel Jensen says, to be frank, Tim has a history of not addressing things. Well, that's true. That's true. Jay's half Asian son says, Daddy, where art thou? Axel Jensen says, Miller, did I hear H1 boom? Orange Blossom says, you missed NYC Palestinian protest tonight. Thousands on 6th Avenue for Antifa, or at least for on New York Post website. I saw some video of that. I didn't know if that was today. So there's a lot of things are getting repopulated and reposted. So it's hard to keep up with what's actually current sometimes. So wait a minute. What is this? Oh, God, I got to play this. All right, I got to play this. Hang on. All right, hang on. Look at this. All right, look at this. Here we go. All right, so Anderson Cooper says he doesn't know what make love to a woman means. He has had too much champagne, or did he just out himself on live TV? All right, the community note says Anderson is gay. He's been out for over a decade. The fact that the community noted is that Anderson is gay. Oh, man. That's fantastic. Oh, shit. All you can do is laugh at community notes, man. All you can do is laugh at them. So there you go. Look at here. Look at here. So 6 million... Let's see, let me move this to here. 6 million views. Cash needs to fire her first. So here's Benny Johnson. Says, hold up, an FBI agent with a nose ring can barely speak coherent English sentences. Coherent English sentences told the media that a terrorist driving a truck with an ISIS flag killing 10 Americans is not a terrorist attack. Here's the DEI hire right here. Let's listen in its full glory.
Patrick said we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found, and we are working on confirming if it's a viable device or not. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we're asking everyone to stay away from Bourbon Street, specifically from Canal Street.
You probably can't hear it very well, so it really doesn't matter if you could hear it or not. It's embarrassing. And it's the same type of mentality like when I'm watching, like I said, I watched the first 30 minutes of episode 1 of Lioness, which is Zoe Saldana. And it's basically like she's in charge of this military unit with all of these grown-ass men standing around and she's barking orders. Same energy as this right here. It's just nonsense. It's just absolute nonsense. All right? Don't tell me she's the most qualified person for this position. Don't do it, because I'm not going to believe it. Because it's just not true, and everybody with a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense knows it's not true. And just for the record, if you call me racist or sexist, I don't give a fuck, because you've been doing that for 10 years. Nobody gives a shit about your accusations of calling people racist or sexist. It doesn't matter. Call me that. I don't give a damn. You've been calling me that for 10 fucking years. It doesn't matter. Your words mean nothing. Your accusations mean nothing. The truth hurts, and that's the truth of the matter, okay? DEI didn't earn it. That's the bottom line right there. Okay. I'm still looking for... I'm kind of blown away that we've got nothing on Vegas at this point in time. Nada. Not one damn thing from anyone. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, well, we're still just sitting on this information right here. So I guess we're just, we'll wait. FYTE says, what are your thoughts on thoughts about what Sean Ryan said today about these attacks? We funded the Taliban up to $30 million per month, left weapons in Afghanistan, ISIS and Al-Qaeda here, and have incompetent FBI. Well, I didn't hear specifically what Sean Ryan said, but I mean, a lot of the decisions made by the Biden administration have put us in this position. And the withdrawal that happened, that disaster. So, I mean, I don't know specifically what he said, but it sounds like he's probably right in line with what you're saying right there in your super chat. So I do appreciate it. Chester Wolf the Griffin says, we haven't had a president since Trump left. Well, we have. His name is Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein Obama is running things. Has been. Obstacle Illusion says, let's see. EV truck is way heavier and accelerates way faster than a normal truck for maximum damage. This is true. This is true. Sateri says, I can't wait to see y'all at the meetup. Also, MCU fan did not last 1 hour into the new year without simping. Some things never change. Thank you. Let's see here. Brown Gaijin says, thoughts, prayers, and a swig of water for the employees and those injured at the Trump Hotel Vegas. Absolutely. Let's see where we at. Actually, just says, Burley, what? I don't even know what you're trying to say there. So I'll just highlight it right there. There we go. Axel Jensen, Sipple Jeremy. Psychmonger says, did you see Whitney Cummings roast CNN on their New Year's Eve telecast last night? Black Conservative Perspective did a video on it today. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. I have seen people talking about it. I personally have not watched the clip, but I will check it out. Lindsay Maynard says, think like a geek, speak like a gamer, 199%. Let's go. V6 Neon says UK and European YouTubers have contacts within the police. All leave have been canceled, and everyone was sent out to be feet on the ground, even the cadets. The new shit going, there's shit going down. They say 72 virgins, but it was a typo. It was actually one 72-year-old virgin. Also, the fact that all the data we're getting from trucks right up to the bang. 1984 Big Brother is watching. Both EV, it's your super chats are all running together. So Flowmaster is an artist on Spotify and SoundCloud, hip hop and rap. So not the same name of High Flow Exhaust. Yes, probably. Yeah, what was that one guy's name from years ago? Flow Rida. He had like Florida Flow Rida. V6 Neon says, for us non-Americans, the only way to describe Turo is Airbnb, but with cars. Pretty much. V6 Neon says, aren't they predicting a polar vortex plummeting to well below -20 for 2 weeks, hitting the week or so time? So Trump might not be able to have the event outside. Maybe it's just here in Pensacola. It's a cold front. It's very cold right now by our normal standard. Let's see. Marine Rebel says, LOL roll tide. LOL I'm what? You didn't finish. You didn't say it. But yes, listen, I am a lifelong Alabama fan. Everybody deserves to roast Alabama right now. Okay. 17 years of absolute domination under Nick Saban, and people have been waiting for the moment for Alabama to suck. You're going to see a lot of bandwagon Alabama fans jumping ship because they never were Alabama fans to begin with. And that's part of it. So now sports is like anything else. You got to take your lumps, and I'm in for a hell of a few years. So enjoy roasting the living hell out of me and every other true Bama fan out there that's not going to jump ship because Nick Saban left town. Let's see. Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom H. Appreciate that. 9-4 isn't even a bad season. It is when your standard is 11-1, 10-2, 13-0, 12-0. So again, nothing, no updates. I just keep seeing the same video circulating. That's all I'm seeing right now with no updates. That was 4 hours ago. Seems like a lot of the people that are normally posting news is just like, ooh, here's some pretty graphic video of the New Orleans car crash with the aftermath with like bodies laying in the street. I'm not going to show that. Yeah, this chick is getting absolutely destroyed on social media, and deservedly so. Deservedly so. Let's see. Nick Brown says, you're from Alabama? I am from Alabama. I moved to Florida when I was 15. Yeah, I moved to Florida when I was 15. So, let's see. I got that. Oh, oh, get out of here with your Ole Miss bullshit. But thank you for the 199. Chris from Michigan says, not a terrorist. Neighbor, please. Yes, I used a hard R. Lady Pitbull says, look up Arizona Intel for more info on the hostage situation. AZ Intel, not any other coverage I'm seeing for the okay. So for the Las Vegas, so that's the only coverage you're seeing too. This is really strange. I don't understand why. He's an Alabama man. Are you new? Reed says it can't take a nose ring seriously, especially in a uniform position of authority. I graduated a military college, used to have a uniform professional standard dress code in any quasi-military organization. Yeah, I mean, again, you could do whatever you want on your personal time. That's neither here nor there. When you are in uniform and you are representing the United States of America in that type of position, no, you don't need a fucking nose ring. And if you are wearing a nose ring, you need to get destroyed and ridiculed, just like this DEI hire is getting. She should not be taken seriously because she clearly doesn't take her job seriously. She doesn't take the position she has seriously. And that's how the world should operate. You get what you give. Simple as that. You get what you give. Actual Jim was saying that you said barely coherent sentences like a drunk, wacky, inflatable tube man while making fun of the way of speaking. You know, when you talk as much as I do, you're bound to fuck up something. Neon Suspender says, I just dislike Bama because ESPN sucked their rooster every year. I respect it. Hey, there's plenty of reasons to hate Bama. Below Average Jeremy sent you a question on Twitter under Simple Jeremy. Noted. Ron Sappington says times may change, but standards remain. Chad Layton says there's a reason for standards while in uniform. This is true. This is true. Nips Litter says Jeremy calls me Nips Litter. I do. I'm going to continue to do it just because. Like, even if it's just like with Tweeted Tone. Like, I think like at some point I realized his name wasn't Tweeted Tone, but I'd said it so much. It's like, why change it? Which Tweeted Tone hasn't been here in like a month, so he's probably mad at me for something. I don't know. But it's actually Tweed Tone, but I call him Tweeted Tone. And I did it for like a year, you know? And then I was like, one day I'm like, you know, his name's not actually Tweeted Tone. But that's better than Jay. Because that one guy's name was like Duzzy, and Jay called him D's Nuts for like a year. It was like Duzzy. And then it took Krista to correct Jay. She's like, did you just call Duzzy D's Nuts? He's like, yeah, his name's not D's Nuts, it's Duzzy. What's up, Laughing Man? Shut up, Laughing Man. Good old Jay. So, Jim P says, Alabama barely beat the Razorbacks. At least Arkansas won their bowl game. I respect you about MAGA, and I stand with MAGA. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, man. That's what it's all about. So, Jay can get away with it. This is true. Jay can get away with it. So, swig of water for the working man. I have to refill my water while we're waiting for more information on this Vegas incident that just nobody has any updates on, which is the strangest thing ever. So if you're just tuning in, we've had a day full of craziness, and it's the first day of the year. So we started out with obviously horrific news out of New Orleans with a terrorist attack, which at the last report was 15 people were dead after a electric vehicle Ford F-150 drove through a crowd of people, killing 15, injuring up to 35 more. This person was a native Texan who had been radicalized by Islamic terrorism. And then a few hours later, after all of that was being reported, we get an explosion outside of Trump International in Las Vegas, where a Cybertruck was parked outside of Trump International, and it exploded, and it had fireworks in it. The only person that died at this point in time, due to reports, is the driver. The driver never got out of the vehicle. It exploded. 7 people were injured at Trump International. And now we're getting reports of a hostage situation right here in the same Las Vegas where the Cybertruck exploded. You also have the state of Louisiana under a state of emergency. They've canceled the Sugar Bowl, or at least postponed it until tomorrow. And Joe Biden addressed the nation for about 4.5 minutes. It was pathetic. It was sad listening to what he tried to say. He mumbled and stumbled through it and didn't seem like he really had a grasp of the situation at all. And now we're waiting to see if we can get more information on this. So that right there is kind of where we're at the moment. Over on Locals, Grapthar's Hammer says, Die Hard teaches you all you need to know about the FBI. Thank you, Grapthar's Hammer. Chad Layton says, Jay messed up my name last night. I will remember. Say my name, Jay. That's right. He did. Gerald Armstrong says, John Matrix said in his video that the guy was from his hometown. You know what? I've actually, I don't know if I met John Matrix. So this was years ago when I was in Texas. John Matrix, it was me. I can't remember who I was. Was Jay with me? Maybe Ryan. I can't remember if Ryan was there. Chris was there. John Matrix had a barbecue place he wanted to take us to in Texas. And it was really freaking good, by the way, too. But hail to John Matrix. A good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Okay. Let's see. I got to find this on Raw Alerts. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, is this from Tom Homan? Okay, let's hear what Tom Homan has to say.
No more is coming. I think both these incidents, Las Vegas and New Orleans, they're both going to be U.S. citizens. They're both going to have recent foreign travel. They're both on a suicide mission. Neither one thought they're going to go home. And I think you're going to see ISIS affiliation on both of them.
Why is audio so shitty right now on Twitter? Like every video that I play on Twitter is shitty. But Tom Homan, I think both these incidents, Las Vegas and New Orleans, they're both going to be U.S. citizens. They're both going to have recent foreign travel. I think you're going to see ISIS affiliation on both of them. So that's from Tom Homan right there. Raw Alerts just tweeted something. Let's see if we can get this one from Raw Alerts. Right here. I think he tweeted an update. Nothing. The fuck? We still have no update on this. This is the wildest shit ever. That we still have no update. I thought maybe, I don't know if he deleted his tweet or whatever. Raw Alerts. Let's see here. Let me go to his replies because I got a notification. I have that account on here we go. Are serious to dead serious? He's already dead. Yep. Okay. Nothing. He must have deleted the tweet that I got a notification for. So we're still just going to sit here. We're still waiting. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, 2025 is off to a hell of a start. I guess that's the only way to say it right now. And we're going to kind of see how things progress. My advice, and again, I'm just a retard on the internet, so don't think too highly of anything I have to say. But I would, for me anyway, I will be staying away from heavily populated areas. I will be staying away from any places that don't have any legitimate security in place. I will be staying away from all of that for the next few weeks, just as a precaution. As you know, I run Geeks and Gamers. We cover theme parks at Geeks and Gamers. That's one of the few places that I feel like is comfortable for like people from my team to go because they do have security in place, and you don't see incidences like that happening because they have security in place. The one of the things that aggravates me about going to a movie theater is that, and I talked about this a few weeks ago, but like you go to a movie theater and like they have like signs on the door, no firearms. It's like, do you think the bad guys are going to listen to that, by the way? I mean, obviously the law-abiding citizen's going to listen to that, but what about the fucking bad guy that wants to come in here with a gun? Do you think he's going to be like, oh, man, I was going to go in here and shoot the place up, but I guess I can't bring my gun in here now. Gee whiz, guys. Hey, guys, I got to call off the attack. Yeah, they've got a sign on the door. Yeah, I can't bring my gun in. Like, oh, man, okay, well, damn. Wow, that's what drives me crazy. So, like, I feel more comfortable going to, like a Universal Studios and go to a movie because they have security checkpoints you have to go through. So at least I know that the bad guys have to follow the same rules that I follow in that situation. So stupid. Hey, no gun. You can't bring a gun indoors. You're like, oh man, that'll really get the guys from stopping to shoot the place up. It's the stupidest shit ever. But it's definitely a left-wing it's a leftist mindset. Like if you put a sticker on a door, like, oh, this is going to keep the bad guys away right here. So, let's see. My reality says, with all the bad stuff happening, hope to bring something fun. I planned on bringing some jerseys for you guys to hand out at the MegaCon meetup. Email sent to you. God bless. Hey, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Yes, I will check that email. Make sure you send it over to Jeremy at geeksgamers.com. You can also send it to ddaycobra@gmail.com if you want. Either one of those. I appreciate that. So that is awesome. Good stuff. That sign will sure show them. Yeah, I know. Where are we at? MAGA Sandra says, going back to Sandstorm after January 20th just for Jay. Look at that. The power of drunk 3PO right there. The power of drunk 3PO. Tinsote says, heaven knows how Mardi Gras is going to look like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a party guy. I know a lot of people like going out there. Like I've been to New Orleans a few times. In terms of like Bourbon Street and the French Quarter, that's not my style. There's some fantastic food in New Orleans. There's some fantastic food on the outskirts, things like that. Amazing food. But when you get to like the French Quarter and all that shit, that's not my style, man. Nico says Obama is Illuminati. Thank you, Nico. And I think we're caught up there. Okay, let me see if we have any more updates. Yes, Bourbon Street is trashy AF. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's very trashy. It's disgusting. Like, it's horrible. There. Okay. Yeah. There's just no fucking updates. This is the weirdest shit, man. I don't understand it. Do we have any local like Vegas stations on YouTube that's cover? I don't want to just leave this story hanging right now, but there's nothing. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's updating about it. This is strange. Here's News 3 Las Vegas, and they have nothing on it. Well, I guess we're just left in the dark for right now. We have nothing. Nothing to report on, nothing to update on. Daily Mail says Vegas hostage situation is a city bus. So what is it, just like, is this a false alarm with everybody reporting that it's a hostage situation? Did LeBron James have to travel through? Remember how LeBron James had to have them shut down the whole fucking city from Miami so he could travel to a Justin Timberlake concert? I'm not bullshitting. Let me see if I can find that. LeBron James. Let me see if I can find that story. This is the same LeBron James that tells you that police officers are killing black men at an alarming rate. Okay, you remember that? Okay. But that same LeBron James, had the police escort shut down basically all of Miami so he could get through traffic. Let's see here. Got to be a news story about this somewhere. LeBron James is the biggest piece of shit, okay? He's the biggest piece of shit in history. Here we go right here. Here it is. So LeBron, the guy that says that police officers are killing black men in the street. This is a terrible website that I just clicked on right here, by the way. All right. LeBron James gets police escort to Justin Timberlake concert. The Miami Heat star posted a video of him saying he was following a police escort on the wrong side of the street to get to a concert. Yeah, that LeBron James, the guy that says the police officers are killing black men, he got a police escort to a Timberlake concert, shut the whole fucking city down. But, you know, apparently I have white privilege. Apparently I have white privilege, though, but LeBron gets a police escort on the wrong side of the road. Piece of shit. And I'm glad that he's destroyed the NBA. The NBA is completely destroyed. The ratings are in the tank, and that's LeBron James' legacy right there. So he can have it. But yeah, right now that's pretty much it. So I don't see any more updates. So I guess we're going to have to follow up on that. Let's see. Yeah, everybody that I follow, no one is giving updates at all. All I see is stuff like this right here. So Las Vegas police released video of an exploded Cybertruck outside of a Trump hotel, showing explosive ordnances in the back. Police credited the lack of damage to the Trump hotel on the strength of the Cybertruck as it remained mostly intact. So there you go. That's that.
That play left again.
Storm Shadow says Biden made sure to mention shooter was a Texas resident to distance from illegals. Fort Hood shooter from 2009 was active duty Army. Any similarities? Yeah, he did. That is interesting how he did make sure. That's a good catch. I didn't catch that. When Biden was making his remarks, he definitely put emphasis on that because Biden's a piece of shit. That's 100% accurate. I did not catch that, but you're 100% right about that. Shorty Shorts is looking for hookers with Odin. That is such a funny video. So over on Geeks and Gamers, the first time I think this was the first time I met Odin in real life, from Odin's movie blog or Odin OMB reviews now. But Odin, he's very, very religious. He's he's a good person. Okay. He's really, really good family man. And we were live streaming, and I was like, well, we're in New Orleans, man. Where's the hookers? I just want to see them. I want to videotape some hookers for the live stream. And he was just like freaking out. And I was driving into all of the most horrible places in New Orleans, just looking for hookers just so we could videotape them. And I'm like, it's New Orleans. There's a bunch of hookers around here, right? This is what New Orleans is known for. And he was just like saying prayers and everything. It was funny as hell. So that's old school Geeks and Gamers lore right there. Kylie says daily. Oh, got that one. Ministry of Wrong Things says you should get Valiant on. He lives there. Yeah, Valiant. Actually, he wanted me to jump on his live stream earlier, but I was with family. Yeah, Valiant. He's I know everybody was asking how he was doing. Valiant's awesome, by the way. Good peeps. Mike Steele says I tagged you in an update for the explosion. Okay, let's see. Let me check my mentions. See what I got on my mentions. Nothing. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Hang on. Yeah, that's the same. Well, that's an hour ago on that one that I just got tagged on. No updates on there. Let's see. That's not yours. I know. I'm looking to see where your mention is. So. What is this? Let's see. Las Vegas police is currently investigating a person barricaded on a bus near Fremont and Charleston Boulevard. SWAT and crisis negotiators are on the scene. Fremont Street is closed. Okay, so that is a good. We finally got some information here. Finally. So it's let's see, Las Vegas MPD. We finally got some information here. Okay, here we go. So that's where we're at. Currently investigating a person barricaded on a bus near Fremont and Charleston Boulevard. SWAT and crisis negotiators are on the scene. Fremont Street is closed. Where is Fremont Street for my Vegas people? Is that like right there, smack dab? I feel like Fremont Street is a pretty well-known street in Vegas. So, and I'm assuming that there's gonna, so with the hostage reports of hostages, there's gonna be people on the bus, right? Old Strip. Okay, so right out the Strip. Okay, got you. So that is like, that's right there. So that's right there. Okay. So I'm assuming this person is barricaded on a bus with hostages. It's just shocking that we have no updates whatsoever. Let's see here. We just got a 50 from Kira. There are multiple attacks happening right now. One of them is the narrative being pushed that all legal immigration is bad and that America was only built for the white Europeans that colonized it. This is doing a lot of damage and it needs to stop. Well, I mean, ultimately, like I said last night, people are tired of seeing their country overrun, and I understand that. But so I saw some video of like Trump and his H-1B visa comments from 2016. And he certainly did say in 2016, like that he's benefited from it and he shouldn't have the opportunity to benefit from it. He has definitely evolved that position a little bit over time. It's not like I see people trying to use it as a gotcha on Trump. That's not what he's not switching his position at all. Like since 2019, Trump has had the same position on H-1B visas. He's had the same position since 2019. That's just a fact. So if 2024, if you were all pro-Trump until the election and now you're anti-Trump because of the H-1B visa situation, then you just haven't been paying attention to what Trump's been saying about it. The bottom line is, in my opinion, the biggest problem facing our country right now is illegal immigration. But the problem with illegal immigration has highlighted and made people very sensitive to all immigration. And illegal immigration needs to be dealt with immediately. And then there needs to be some other things that need to be dealt with how companies are utilizing a lot of the visa programs. I'm 100% okay with that. But illegal immigration is completely out of control. And just like anything else, it's highlighting other problems that might not be such a big problem if we wouldn't having to deal with a fucking open border right now and the Biden administration allowing drug dealers and rapists and killers to be in our country right now, and we know about it. So it's highlighting problems across the board. People aren't wrong to feel upset about what's going on. They're just not. But it's a very sensitive issue, and I totally understand that. So we'll just have to see. But the discussion around the visa stuff has been just insane, to say the least. Let's see. Great Tank says, when are you going to announce what day you are going to Orlando MegaCon meetup? Hail the Snake Pit. I've announced this like 4 times in the past 2 days. Saturday night, Universal Studios, Red Coconut Bar, same place we did it last year. Saturday night, the 8th. That's the meetup right there. I'm 98% sure. I haven't gotten final confirmation, but I've gotten they've essentially said it's confirmed without saying it's confirmed. So that's why I'm saying 98%. So announce it a 5th time, says Joseph. So there you go, right there. And I hope to see you guys there. Colton says, this has Mossad written all over it, bro. Gorgeous Mayhem says, Trump would never follow the advice not to have the rally because he is a chatterific, chadnificent. Jeez, there you go. I'm not even going to try to go through all of that. Thank you, Gorgeous Mayhem. Fart Sausage says, your mods are anti-truth on Rumble. Shut the fuck up. So, if you're spamming, you got spam. That's the only rule is spam. And if you're crying because you got hit for a timeout, then I fuck off. I don't care. Tinsote says, if you think Bourbon Street is trashy, you should see downtown San Antonio during Fiesta. Grand Potato says, is that a hostage situation in the room with us? Let's see here. Brian Stewart says, please check out Princess Peach is for the streets. Axel Genesis, maybe the truck is a copycat from last year. King Solo Wing says, America was founded by white people and is for whites of good standing and moral character. We don't need immigrants. Whistling P Hole says, can I? Well, I think you meant can ask immigrants questions, simple questions like, do you know what a trash can is for? Do you know what a toilet is for? Nico says, weird how Vegas is being targeted. That 10/1/2017 Route 91 Music Festival attack story never made sense. Yeah, I mean, going back to all you have to do is, if you want to be taken seriously, just say, hey, Jeremy, I got, something deleted or something. But if you're just going to come in here in all caps and start crying and making accusations, Fuck off. I don't have time for children or fucking weak, pathetic females that want to cry. A normal thinking person would say, hey, something like I got some deleted or something like that. If you want respect, treat others with respect. If you want to act like a bitch, you're going to get treated like a bitch. Go fuck yourself. I swear to God, man. Like, I'm so tired of people whining. All right. If something got deleted, you can bring it to me and say, hey, this happened. But if you're going to come in here and accuse my mods of like silencing you, fuck off. They're not silencing anybody. They know exactly what I tell them. No spam. That's it. Nobody wants your spam in the fucking chat. If they were coming here, if they wanted to watch your channel, they'd be over there watching your channel. Fuck off. Let's see. What the fuck? Overreact much, Jeremy? Yes, it's setting the standard that this motherfucker. I don't give a shit about your crying. When you type all caps like a fucking teenager that listens to TikTok all day, you shouldn't be taken seriously. Mellow Yellow, fat ass. Let's see. Let's see. These are the rules of Fight Club. Oh, wait. Let's see. But anyway, do we even have mods on fucking Rumble, by the way? I don't even know. I think Eric might be the only person that has mod privileges. JM the Elite Fan for 50 on Rumble. Says, I'll concede this airing into conspiracy theory territory, but in my opinion, all these tragic events are MK Ultra for society at large. A fearful and despondent populace is far easier to rule after all. There we go. Okay, yeah, so Eric K, you're the only mod on Rumble. Am I correct about that? Is that correct, Eric K? Thank you, JM the Elite Fan on Rumble. So Eric K is the only mod on Rumble. I know for a fact Eric K ain't silencing nobody. So that means that Rumble either auto deleted your comment or that your internet's so shitty because you're on a Boost mobile phone because your fucking parents pay your bill every month and the fucking data ran out and you couldn't get your links uploaded. Not my fucking problem. So, not my fault. Your Boost mobile fucking minutes. Hey, are you one of those people who's like, yo, hit me up after 9? I got free nights and weekends. Loser. Rumble going Elon. No. Editor MG says, okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Nothing. Just ranting on some loser. All capping me. Whining. Like, you can come in my chat and call me gay all day long. All right? But you want to come in here and give a legitimate complaint like I give a fuck? Get out of here. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at? See if there's any updates right now before we end this bad boy. What is this? There. Yeah, it's kind of right now. It's a weird time because I feel like everybody that I follow has kind of checked out for the evening. By the way, Johnny Maga did quote tweet this too. One of the most powerful people in the incoming Trump administration. And there you have it, Stephen Miller, which is exactly what I said. Let's see. Aaron D and Cam Man both here. Let's see. Let's see. Asswipe 20-year Navy vet. Okay. And it still doesn't give you a right to be a bitch. Tech Wizard says Notch is making Minecraft 2. Check his social. Wait, what? Notch is making Minecraft 2. Notch is making a Minecraft 2? Really? Hang on. Not that I'm a Minecraft person, but I mean, that's a big deal if like I know I'm not a Minecraft person at all. Let's see. I mean, is this like coded language? I don't know Minecraft, so he just put. Oh, it's just like a poll that he put up. Okay, there we go. All right, so, Jeremy, it's because they know the story isn't really that big. Carla Vegas. You talking about why they're not talking about the Vegas hostage situation right now? June's Melody for 20 says this whole scenario is so scary and all the more reason Trump should not do that victory rally. I agree. He should not do the victory rally at all. I hope he doesn't. He's probably going to. And that's going to be a big problem in my opinion. It creates unnecessary opportunities for people to derail the what's going to happen here soon. I wish he would back off this one. I really do. Let's see here. That's a good, you know what? That's a good video. Look at this. This is a good video, everybody. Look at here. Look at here. That's a pretty good video, don't you think? Not too bad. Got Trump, got the Trump and Elon over there being bros. You got Melania lighting up the room. Let's see. Mike Steele says they got the bus guy. Okay, they got the bus guy. Let me go back. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. There it is. The person was taken into custody moments ago without further incident. So there you have it right there. Person was taken into custody moments ago for no further incident. So that's good. All right, good stuff. So at least that one is over with. There's been a lot of speculation on that. All good. Great job to the police department and everybody involved. Happy to hear that. Thank you for the update, Mike Steele. I appreciate that. Mellow Yellow says Jeremy was a somewhat decently attractive woman. Mar Millen says Navy means he was hitting on you. I appreciate all former service members. It still doesn't mean you get to go in my chat and whine like a little girl. Kira for 50 says I sent you a clip on X that is a 2-minute rant from the conservative X spaces expressing the type of message that is getting conflated with otherwise sane discussions around immigration. That is what has people limited on X. So here's the thing. So I quote tweeted yesterday because I think that it's necessary to call stuff out for, right here. So, and listen, maybe I'm a little naive on some of this, okay? But I quote tweeted this, okay? And I'm like, everyone should be concerned about what's happening on Twitter. This is Jack Dorsey level behavior. We need answers, okay? And this tweet got a lot of traction. It's got like 2,500 likes, almost 100,000 views. So I had people like there's me and Quarter Black going back and forth on it. And I agree with what Quarter Black's saying there too. So I had a lot of people message me and like, dude, you know who these accounts are? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I know who Myron Gaines is because he's from Fresh and Fit. I met him one time. I'm not a fan of Fresh and Fit. I don't know who these other people are. And so I'm having people like saying like, these are a lot of people that are pushing all this. It's like, I don't know these. I don't follow these people. I don't keep up with that world at all. You know what I mean? What I know is that I see people being censored and there's no explanation for it. So me as a person that believes in the platform of Twitter, I think that there should be transparency as to why these people are being having their check marks taken away and having their monetization taken away. And if there's a valid reason for that, then so be it. That's fine. But there hasn't really been a lot of that. And then the big thing that threw me off was that Owen Schroyer had lost his check mark for about 3 or 4 days, and he never was given a reason why he lost his check mark. These are the things that was throwing me off. Now, I'd had like people saying like, Jeremy, man, you don't know who these people are. They're spewing all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I mean, I don't follow that world. I don't really care to get into the details of that. I'm not a fan of a lot of the people that are in that world or whatever, but it doesn't matter if I'm a fan. I think that transparency is the most crucial aspect of a social media company. And regardless of who they are or aren't, if I don't know who they are, then a lot of people probably aren't going to know who they are. And the point being is that I even saw Kevin Sorbo retweeting that same tweet that I tweeted. He's like, what's going on? Why are people losing their verification and things like that? Just give us answers. That's all I'm looking for. But there probably is more to the story. And I've seen a lot of that, Kira, with like a lot of the people saying like a lot of crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, isn't that the whole point about Twitter? You can kind of say whatever you want and you can kind of give whatever opinions as long as you're not doing anything illegal. That's what Elon presented it as long as you're not doing anything illegal, it's going to be allowed to be on Twitter. Now, if these people have crossed any lines or broken some TOS, that's fine. What are the TOS that they broke? Because I, as a creator, would like to know what the terms of service that they broke are so that I don't get my account in trouble. And we don't have those answers yet. So, let's see here. Axel Jensen says, I bet the hostage situation is cartel members. We had something similar here in Cali with school buses. Let's see. Kira says, literally trying to show you. Well, again, I'm going to, if you're talking about, I can't, Kira, I'll look at the clip that you're sending me, but what I'm saying is expressing the type of message that is getting conflated with otherwise sane discussions around immigration. If they're saying some foul shit, I don't want to play it here on YouTube. I got to pre-screen it before I look at it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not going to just pull it up blindly, because if it's got some of these creators that have been demonetized on Twitter, I'm not going to play some of the nonsense that they were saying on Twitter that got them in trouble, if I'm understanding what you're saying. Mar Millen says, I despise people like Destiny. I would just be as pissed if he was up and removed without probable cause, and he has said some heinous shit. Let's see, in the past. Yeah, Destiny is another one that I just don't. Destiny is another person. A lot of people gonna get caught up with Destiny and his stuff, but I don't know why he's so attractive to conservatives to shit all over. And Kira, I'm trying to see right now. Kira, what's your handle again? I can't remember what your handle. I know it's different than here. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I got you. Yeah, so that's like Loomer and Chief Trumpster and all that. And I'd have to listen to it before I play it on YouTube, because I know Laura Loomer's wild, man. Laura Loomer says some crazy shit sometimes. So I'm not going to get my channel in trouble because Laura Loomer runs her fucking mouth about some crazy shit. And she does it seems, my speculation is, I think that I think Trump distanced himself from Laura Loomer, and Laura Loomer is lashing out very angrily because she does love Donald Trump and she supports him and she is a Trump supporter. But I think Trump has essentially kind of distanced himself from her, and I think she's very fucking angry about it. That's my speculation on it. That's my speculation. I think Trump was like, she's just too much trouble, so we're not going to invite her anymore. Don't invite her. And she's been very angry about that. Maybe. Kira for another 50 says the TOS is clear and not allowing that type of hate speech they are talking about. The people that are defending them that don't feel the same way are getting caught up with the algorithm. And see, the problem, I will look into the video you sent me, and if you want to send me more stuff, I will be happy to look at that too on DMs, Kira. The problem, and this is not necessarily a Twitter problem, but it's a bigger social media problem, is that the term hate speech is so gray that a lot of people get really, really bothered by that language because they don't know what hate speech is and they want it defined. And while that's not necessarily an Elon problem, because Twitter is definitely the most free speech of major social media platforms, outside of, I guess, Rumble. I guess Rumble probably allows more than Twitter. But when you don't define what hate speech is, and it's kind of just like this kind of this thing that you can just say whatever, like you can apply it to whatever, that's where people get bothered by it. And that's where the transparency falls apart. Again, that's me speculating on it, but I would love to see whatever information you've gathered, because you clearly are really in tune on this topic. So please send me more, because I'm looking at the video clip, the 2 minutes and 6 second video clip that you sent me, and I will watch that as soon as we're done here. And if it's something I can play on the next stream, I'll happily do it, because I'm very interested in this whole topic. Why are you lisping? Are you secretly gay? Says, hi, Mr. Fig, the father of figs. Kissy face sent to your phone. Come give me something I can feel. What? Chester Wolf the Griffin says, is there some censorship happening on X? I can understand why the government is pretty much trying to get the ISPs or the ISPS to ban X or Twitter. That is true. And that's something that, like, there's a lot of pressure. There has been a lot of pressure on Elon for a long time now. Valkyria Winter for $5 over on Rumble says, acknowledge me, listen to me. I have all caps on. But really, hail and love the chat, and I really do enjoy your gay ass too, Jeremy. Jay is the best, and Skull. Thank you, Valkyria Winter, longtime supporter of this show and Geeks and Gamers. Thank you. Vault 95 says, just got here. Did you chew out Rumble again? You have over 1,500 live viewers. Really? I do. What the hell? We do. We have 1,500 live viewers right now. You know why? Because I think all the main players that are usually on Rumble probably are not live right now. I'm just the only loser that's streaming right now on New Year's night. And that's fine with me. Hail to the Rumble chat. I just saw that we had a shit ton of notifications on Rumble for people following. So I'm guessing that's what it is. But yeah, we have a lot of people watching on Rumble right now. Johnny the Whiz Kid says, Happy New Year, Jeremy. Looking forward to seeing you in February. Everyone's now taking their decorations down, but my mom wants to keep up her tree all year long. Adds more to why I'm sick of Christmas. I personally wish that I could just keep my Christmas tree up year round. I love Christmas, but you know, that's just me. King Solo Wing says there's no such thing as hate speech. Let's see. Don't sit there and say things and get me in trouble. Mellow Yellow says gay. Sean Awesome says Jeremy hates capitalism. Hail the 199. Axel Jensen says Kira seems very invested in getting people they don't like banned. I don't know. I think there's a lot of nuance to it that is getting lost right now on social media. Again, I am very, very used to the internet. And I'm very aware of the internet. And I think that I have a good grasp of the internet. And in the last 2 weeks, there have been people in my replies that have never been in my replies accusing me of shit that I've never been accused of. And that is a very weird dynamic. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Are we forgetting that Trump won? Are we forgetting what happened in the entire year? And now all of a sudden this weird shit is happening and people are saying a bunch of fucked up things that makes no sense. And it's like they're trying to bait you into responding. And it's just weird shit that's being said. And if you don't think that's happening, you're not paying attention. And I've had to reel myself in on it too. I'm like, don't even respond to this shit. Like, people are trying to get you to respond now. Like, I have no problem arguing with people and fighting with people. I love a good fight. I love a good argument. What I don't like is when people are actively trying to bait you into saying something so they can use that something against you. And that has been happening the last 2 weeks to me. And I'm a nobody. So if it's happening to me, it's happening to much more influential people than me. 1,000%. And that's something I've been seeing a lot in the last couple of weeks. Knights of Ben says 16 months with the 199. Thanks to you and your team for keeping hope alive. Hey, thank you. And I appreciate the support. Thank you, Knights of Ben. Happy New Year to everybody. Vault 95, or sorry, Mod Eric says, I will time people out or ban people when I feel necessary. Cry about it. I do not care. No, he won't. No, he won't. He's just talking shit. So he won't do shit. Common Censored has raided this stream. Well, thank you for the raid. So wait a minute. We got raids and we've got gifted memberships on Rumble. Wow. Look at that. So we got raids and we got gifted memberships. Rumble's stepping it up. Okay. All right, Dr. Disrespect. Perhaps I treated you a little too harshly. Perhaps. Editor MG says that, Jeremy, can you and Gary get Romanian T in F&T? What? He's a good dude. I don't know him, but I can look into it. I'm not familiar with that creator. I can look into it. King Solo Wing says you're a god, Jeremy, and you know it. I am just like a below average intelligence YouTuber that has a lot of self-awareness. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the story of my life right there. So Nico says those might be bot accounts. Dead internet theory. There's certainly some, I mean, again, and some of it as I'm talking about I'm talking about things that are very divisive right now too. So it's bringing more people into the discussion, which is fine. But like, I usually do not get. The internet is a place that you have to fully understand in order to not let it completely destroy you or control you. And I'm on the internet enough. I'm on the internet more than a lot of people. And there's a way you have to navigate the internet in order to not let it overrun you or overtake you. And so I don't really get exhausted with things on the internet. I let it roll. I enjoy shit talking. I enjoy joking. I enjoy roastings. I enjoy all of that. The last 2 weeks on Twitter have been the most exhausted I've ever been on Twitter, which is saying a lot because Twitter's always been a shit show. But the last 2 weeks have just been really weird. And even for somebody like me that feels like I know how to navigate the internet better than most, it's been strange, man. Oh, that's Sargon's buddy. Okay. Yeah, I actually, I would like to get Sargon on one of my shows here soon. I love Sargon. Sargon is one of the best people, dude. So yeah, Sargon's awesome. Okay. Yeah, if he knows Sargon, we would have no problem making that happen. Axel Jen says money that was going into the election is now bots. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. But it's just definitely something I haven't seen in a long time. But hail to everybody that's on Rumble. We've still got we had a strong number tonight here on YouTube too. We were almost at 4,500 on YouTube. Kira for 50 says look into XZ backdoor X incident if you want to understand the type of psychological warfare that's going on. An open source contributor was coerced for years into giving up his project to a threat actor that ended up almost backdooring. Let's see. So, all right. So do you have a link to that, Kira? Do you want to send that to me? I've got your messages open right now. I see you said what you said to me. I'm not going to repeat what you said in the DMs, but if you want to send me a link to that, I will be happy to look into it. Solofilo says, can you get a straight person to host CobraCast?
What more do you want from me?
I mean, that was a pretty good comment. I got to give you credit, okay? I got to give you credit. I don't know what your name is. Happy New Year to my favorite gay fig, and shout out to the mods in the chat. 199 Snake Pit. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do you guys want another campaign of like merch? We've got to roll out some new merch. All right. We need, oh, by the way, who in the locals chat dropped that picture of Snake Eyes with the Game of Thrones picture? Who can you drop that picture again? I want to show that. That's one of the coolest pictures ever over on locals, whoever dropped that. And if you want to support us on locals, we do appreciate it. We're going to work on doing more watch parties this year. So please be on the lookout for that. Got your link, Kira. Appreciate it. I will check that out. But we're going to do more watch parties over there. That seems to be the thing that people are responding to the most. And then we want to do game playthroughs as well with the people over there. So if you guys can drop that Snake Eyes picture, I would appreciate it. It's super freaking cool. Do a They Live watch party. Yes, that will be happening. They Live watch party will be awesome. Carlos says admit Die Hard is a Christmas movie, Jeremy. It's probably a Christmas movie for you, and that's okay. But it's not for me. Because I think Christmas needs to be the central theme. And I'm old-fashioned. I like my Christmas movies for people to say Merry Christmas in them. I know. I'm just an old-fashioned guy, though. I think my Christmas movies should actually have people say Merry Christmas in them. Let's see. Axel Jensen says, there's a guy, smudge on my stream respectfully. A gay smudge. I'm sorry. I can't fucking read. From Alabama. What do you want from me? There's a chance my parents are brother and sister. It's a miracle that I've created my own company and I have this many people working with me. All right? It's a miracle. What do you want from me? Let's see. Let me see. Where are we at? Jeremy married his sister. Oh God, the Die Hard argument started already. Here we go. Let me see. Miracle Griggs. Jay didn't write Achromatic. What? Didn't deny it. I don't care about Die Hard. Me either. They reposted. Oh, there it is. Okay. That is the coolest picture. Look at that, bro. That is the coolest thing ever. That is the best picture ever. What's funny is, like, obviously Snake Eyes is not part of Cobra, but it still doesn't matter. That is an awesome freaking picture right there. All right. Die Hard was good. Die Hard is not good. Die Hard is great. Die Hard's one of the greatest action movies ever made. Love Dogs says, hi, Jeremy. Please give Jessica Lindstrom a membership. She works hard as a mod. Love you. Happy New Year. Hail the 199. I can't give like individual ones out. Like, it doesn't let me do that. If I did, if it would let me, I would do it. Let me see. Did I buy the Cobra Throne yet? No. Elite Neo says Elon's thread on Kiwi Farms really blowing up now. No pun intended. Love or hate them. The autist on that site will post the shit that makes you think. I believe it. Ministry of Wrong Things says, speaking of censorship, YouTube just blocked the original decades-old Rick Astley music video for no reason. Look, it's there, but it won't play. Really? So you're talking about, like, Never Gonna Give You Up? Hang on, let's see. I mean, let's see. The original decades old. I'm on his channel. It's there. It's got 1.6 billion views. So I guess I'll see. Chat. Will it play for you guys? Here we go. I just wanted to play it for everybody.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I feel commitments while I'm thinking of.
I don't know. I hope I don't get hit for. There's no way I'm gonna get hit for this, right? Not with this fucking meme. Not with this meme. Of course I'm being rickrolled.
Get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry.
It's a fucking great song. It's a great song. If you say it's not a great song, you're retarded and you're wrong. It's a great song.
Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
All right, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but shout out to Ministry of Wrong Think. You've got to do that. Keep doing that to people. Rick Roll should never die, okay? It should never die. And we've got diversity. I can't be a racist. I played the Rick Roll and it's got a black guy in it. I can't be racist. There we go. All right. I did not think we were going to be Rick rolling tonight, but yet here we are. Kira says that valid talking points are being exploited and it has impact on people that are not terminally online like us. People not involved in the internet culture are extremely vulnerable to this, and it's working, damn it. I don't disagree with you on that particular point. I don't disagree with you at all. And these next few weeks, like all of the stuff that's going on, it's all going to come together right before inauguration, I believe. I guess I felt like after the election, things were going really smoothly. And I was like, man, everything's going pretty smooth now. Maybe it's not as bad as I predicted. Because if you remember, I predicted, and I'm not the only one. So I'm not the only one. But even like months before the election, I'm like, when Trump wins, they're going to burn the country to the ground. I did not like, and then like the first few weeks, first month, I'm like, man, it's not that bad. Like Biden's playing nice. The Democrats aren't too upset. It's happening in a different way in multiple different levels right now. So we'll see what happens. But again, if you've been paying attention to this for the last 8 years, then we knew that there was no way they were going to just let this happen without something catastrophic. And Trump doing a rally on the 19th is a huge mistake, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to be here live covering it, but it's a big fucking mistake, in my opinion. He should not be doing a rally. Let's see. Jeremy the Cyborg says, did you hear that Amazon made an abridged version of It's a Wonderful Life that takes the entire section where he experiences the world without him out of the movie? I did not. I haven't heard about that. But I'll look into it. Let's see. Axel Jensen says, Jeremy got mad that he wasn't represented once Princess Leia started dating Han Solo. Lapco says, did you know reverse cowgirl is illegal in Alabama? You shouldn't turn your back on family. Jim P says, Jay makes D-Day Cobra uplifting and higher quality. I don't know what you're trying to say there. I tried to kind of work through it, but I guess you meant CobraCast. So Jay makes CobraCast more uplifting and higher quality. I think that's probably what you were trying to say. I think. DSP Gaming. Your throne would be a seatless bike. Is that really DSP? Is DSP watching my channel right now? If DSP is actually memeing on me in my chat, it would be the greatest thing ever. I don't think he is, though. Let's see. Administrative phone thing says, gotcha, Bish. You got rickrolled. I know. So halfway through your super chat, I didn't know what you were doing. And then I realized what you were doing. And I'm like, well, he already got me halfway through. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to roll through the whole thing. Because it was because at first I seriously was like, look, where's your fucking super chat at? Where's it at? Oh, did I get rid of it? I didn't get rid of it, did I? Yeah. Okay, right here. So when you said, speaking of censorship, YouTube just blocked the original decades-old Rick Astley music video for no reason. At that point, I was in. I'm like, holy shit. And then you're like, look, it's there, but it won't play. I knew exactly what you're doing when you put the last part in, but you had already had me invested in the first 70% of that comment. I was hooked. And I'm like, let's just go ahead and go with it now. Let's see. Where did we go? Where did we go? Is it Yusage? I know you're not gay because your face is like a used baseball glove, unlike Anderson Cooper, whose face is like a new baseball glove. What? I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I have no idea. Devin Soria says, plan Dan's cover of Never Gonna Give You Up. Editor McG says, good song. But let's see, Dolores Unbridged from Cranberries. Such a beautiful voice. Dolores is how you say it? Dolores. Brian Stewart says, Eric July's in that Rick Astley video. Never knew. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier 199, best chat on the internet. Andy Plays Game says, Jeremy by the throne, then VTube is Snake Eyes or Cobra Commander. Not a bad idea. Editor MG says the Dems are waiting for the far left to do it. Plausible deniability. Axel Jensen says if Trump does a rally, do it anywhere but D.C. Yeah, sadly enough, it's probably going to happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. Power Taco says the mosque that radicalized the terrorist F-150 driver is telling everyone not to talk to the FBI. Laughing my ass off. Makes a lot of sense right there. So let's see here. Get that idiot out of there. Like, what's the point of having, like, you're not gonna be in there. Get that fucking guy out of the chat. So get that guy out of the Rumble chat. That I'll call that one. Get the fuck out. Let's see here. Rumble, though. 1,500 people watching. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you guys. So follow if you're new. If you're interested, we appreciate it. We got a lot to cover over the next few weeks, and we will see what happens, but it's going to be a wild ride. I appreciate all the super chats, all the donations, all the gifted memberships. You guys are the best chat on the internet. Gifted subs, though. We got gifted subs. Did I miss it? Botard says, community note, Anderson Cooper is gay. Jeremy too. Did we get gifted subs? Did I miss it? Game on Show gifted 10 D-Day Cobra memberships to the chat. Look at that. 10 gifted memberships. Game On. Thank you, Game On. I appreciate that. Did we get any more? It doesn't show up on my list. Rumble just needs to get a little bit better with how I'm able to. By the way, I know Tim Pool said it's really hard to multi-stream. I'm from Alabama, and I'm streaming to 3 different platforms right now, Tim. 3 different platforms. So I got them. I got the get the memberships over there. So let's see. Monstructor says, meh, pretty low effort. Meaning me? You talking to me? If you're talking to me, I just want you to know I appreciate that. I appreciate that you recognize that I'm a low effort YouTuber, because I am. I'm a very low effort YouTuber. So hopefully you were talking to me. All right. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everyone involved. The troll. Oh, man, I thought you were calling me low effort. Oh, well. Either way, all good. All right. Thank you. But thanks for everybody on Rumble. Thanks for everybody on YouTube. Thanks for everybody on Locals. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to everybody. Be safe. And again, my advice, my recommendation is don't go into any public, big, crowded areas for the next few weeks, because it's gonna get wild. Dutchie, holy shit, just dropped a $100 super chat. I'm drunk and I'm going to expose you right now. Saying Die Hard is not a Christmas movie is such a 4D chess move. The amount of money you make from holding that stance is so much more than saying Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Bravo. No bullshit. Like, here's the 4D chess move, okay? The 4D chess move is that me arguing about it is the 4D chess move. I do not have a strong, I don't care that other people think it's a Christmas movie. I really don't. I don't care what anybody thinks about anything. I like what I like, and I'm okay with other people liking what they like. But I do love to argue. I absolutely love to argue, because arguing is fun. And so the amount of people that are like so mad at me over the Die Hard as a Christmas movie thing, that is the 4D chess move, 100%. But I truly do not believe that it's a Christmas movie personally, but I understand why people do consider it a Christmas movie, 1000%. And I understand how you can justify it as a Christmas movie. I do. Let's see. But Batman vs. Superman, that's a piece of shit movie, and I don't respect anybody that likes it. So sorry. So I just threw my whole narrative out that I respect other people's opinion. Batman vs. Superman is a dog shit movie. Nobody should like that movie. Nobody should like it. Let's see here. Thank you, Dutchie. Thank you for your drunk super chats. And as you guys know, I don't drink. I've never drank. But I respect drunk super chats. Okay? I do. BVS is a Christmas movie. Snake Eyes is greater than Die Hard. No. Honestly, no bullshit. The live action Snake Eyes movie, Batman vs. Superman, is better than the live action Snake Eyes movie. Dorkman 20K just dropped 10 gifted memberships. Holy crap. Lots of gifties flying over there on Rumble now. We got people rating us on Rumble. We got gifted memberships on Rumble. There we go. Bruce Flashes, I improved the Snake Eyes image, tagged you on X. Hell yeah. I'm looking at it, looking for it right now. Let's see if I can find that. Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me? What? What? Bro. That is awesome. Okay. Bruce, sir, that is awesome. That's badass. Playing the Switch with Mario Kart in the back. That's what's up right there. Snake Eyes movie should be the next watch party. Fuck that movie. The movie can burn in hell forever and a day. That's awesome, Bruce. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm retweeting it right there. Chef Nick Nero says they stole from us, bro. Since 2020, the lockdowns, the business forced us to shut down the fraudulent election. They stole 4 years and many lives. We shall not forget. We proved it on election day. Absolutely. 100%. That's awesome, Bruce. I appreciate it, man. And again, Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Have a great evening. We're going to end with Sabaton. First day of the new year. Of course, we're going to end with Sabaton because that's the proper way to end the stream. So for everybody on Locals, for everybody on Rumble, for everybody on YouTube, I thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for making all of this possible and allowing me the opportunity to do what I do. I can only do this because the people allow it. And I understand who I work for. And I work for the people. And as long as the people are happy with what we're doing, that's all that matters to me. Happy New Year. Talk to all of you later.
It's my time to rule at last. 15 years have
Okay, everyone. And Axel Jensen says, watch Snake Eyes movie or Beyonce concert. Death. That would be my answer. I just end it all right there. Yeah, go ahead, man. Call up Fauci. Just, I'm done, So it's over with. But hey, you know what? I see Laughing Man is really wanting the damn clip, okay? Where's it at? Gotta find it. Here we go.
Damn! Damn!
It's never gonna get old. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening. Happy New Year. Be safe, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.